is in all gold with orange gloves. Caldart, the goalkeeper for the Patriots, is in all black with red gloves. LaSalle will have the opening kickoff to get things started. The Explorers in all white, they'll be moving right to left. George Mason in all green, they'll be moving left to right. Opening kickoff gets us started, and here we go. Kelly McGroarty sends it down off the foot of Eyolf's daughter and right back off the foot of Katie McCormick. Picked back up here is Tessa Niedzwiecki looking over to Milan Pierre-Jerome. Pierre-Jerome sends it ahead, wants Davidson, out of the reach of Sophie Davidson, and right into the hands of Michaela Aguadro. Aguadro puts it on the ground and will send this one away. Played by Niedzwiecki, trying to evade McGroarty that time. It's Rachel Eberly fighting for it. They foul on the Salle. Eberly over to Eyolf's daughter as McGroarty closes in. Eyolf's daughter has to get rid of it and does. There's Caldart in the box. Sends it away once. Caitlin Butcher takes it off the right foot and bounces right to Shea Collins. Collins trying to move the other way for the Explorers as it bounces towards midfield. Played right there by Gabby Pico. Pico looks towards the far touchline. Jillian Drum playing the far line. Sending that one looking far touchline, trying to keep it alive as Caitlin Donovan was able to. But now the Patriots take it right back, trying to get that one to Schimberg. It's out of the reach of Schimberg. Sophie Davidson trying to fight for it. Still being battled for, and the Patriots end up with it as Milan Pierre-Jerome sends it deep. Right into the box and right into the gloves of Aguadro. We'll roll this one ahead. Sending it over to Katie McCormick. It goes back to Aguadro. Looks towards the far touchline. Sends it back across. Now LaSalle will move things up, looking near touchline, near Shea Collins. Collins evading around Niedzwiecki. Schimberg closed in. Rachel Eberly there to take it away. Eberly trying to get it ahead. Gave it right back to Katie McCormick. Sent it across. Here's Eberly. Moving to the right. Gets that one to Schimberg. Schimberg, Pierre-Jerome. No one home as Aguadro is there. And now we'll scoop it up and send this one away. Right over the head of Kelly McGroarty. Battled for it the near touchline. Caitlin Butcher fighting for it. Beating out Caitlin Donovan. This one bounces out. Will go Mason's way. Throw in for Caitlin Butcher. In her senior season, she's out of Fredericksburg, Virginia. Off the throw-in, trying to get that one to Sophie Davidson. Got a foul on Mason. Free kick for LaSalle. Trying to get that one over to Benashevsky. Rachel Niedzwiecki got in the way of it. Had nowhere to go. Sends it out. Throw-in for LaSalle. Immediate throw-in from Benashevsky. Finds its way. There's Benashevsky again near touchline. Trying to evade Butcher. Caitlin Butcher there just pokes it away. We'll do it again for another throw-in. Shea Collins will throw this one in for LaSalle. One takes a bounce, trying to get it right back to Collins. Caitlin Butcher right there, and another throw-in. We'll hand this one off. It will be Lauren Costello taking this one. Gonna step into this one and as much as she can on it. Right towards the box. Eberly trying to get in there to get it out. Rachel Eberly is successful defensively and will clear it. Now a race for it. Sophie Davidson racing against Alyssa Gargiulo. Finds its way to Aguadro. And Aguadro sends it away. Serena Spitz fighting for it at the far touchline. Rolls out off of Spitz. Throw in for LaSalle. Gargiulo sends it over to Lauren Costello. Costello brings it back, sends it back over to Gargiulo. Weaving around Pierre-Jerome. Here is Lauren Costello again, looking near touchline to Shea Collins. Collins trying to move around Niedzwiecki. Collins sends it ahead. Sliding play by Eyolfsdottir gets it away from Caitlin Donovan. Pierre Jerome sends this one over to Serena Spitz. Spitz had it, then lost it. Looking for another chance as Pierre Jerome got in there, sends it out for another LaSalle throw-in. The throw-in immediately bounces out off Mason, so we'll do it again. Jillian Drum. Far touchline throws this one in. Eyolfsdottir battling for it. Sends it out. And it is going to be a goal kick for CalDart. Or they'll move it over. They called a foul on LaSalle, so it will not be a goal kick. It'll be a free kick for CalDart. Selma CalDart lets it fly. Right there is Caitlin Donovan. Here's Serena Spitz now. With help from Pierre Jerome, trying to get it back to Spitz. Far touch line, moving Serena Spitz, sends it over. Trying to get it over to Michi Hooks. Right at the top of the box, trying to escape, gets rid of it. There to Emily Banaszewski, and it is finally cleared away. Takes the bounce off the head of Eyolfsdottir. Caitlin Donovan getting some help from McGroarty. Just named Offensive A10 Player of the Week. Last week was McGroarty. Now the Explorers will look to set things up. Right towards the top of the box. Eyolfsdottir trying to shut it down. Zoe Vidari trying to clear it. Comes right back to Jillian Drum. Serena Spitz trying to get it out for Mason. And Eyolfsdottir will be the one to send it away. Rolls out of the far touchline, a throw-in for LaSalle. Going to move things up as Lauren Costello sends it near touchline. Here's Shea Collins. Collins trying to move around the edge. Vietsky. Caitlin Butcher closing in. Collins at the near touchline, rolls out and will stay with LaSalle. Throw in immediately. Popped in the air and sent out for a goal kick off the foot of Emily Banaszewski. And Silamawid CalDart take a goal kick for the Patriots. Out of Shorewood, Wisconsin, freshman season. CalDart lets it fly. Once Pierre Jerome, who takes it off the head, and bouncing off the head of Shea Collins. Davidson fighting for it as a Patriot goes down, but we got a foul on Mason. Free kick for LaSalle. Lauren Costello will take the free kick. 8.5 minutes in. Still no shots so far. This one sent very deep towards the box, off the foot of Eyolfsdottir. Trying to keep it alive at that time was Banaszewski. Pierre Jerome with other plans. Now Ashley Schimberg trying to move things up. Leads it up ahead. One Sophie Davidson. Davidson has a chance. Davidson trying to close in. Sends one towards the net and stopped by Aguadro. Had Michi Hooks on the other side. Michaela Aguadro there to shut the chance down. And now LaSalle will look to move the other way. Here's Costello. Leads this one to Banaszewski. Sends that one to Caitlin Donovan and looks back to Gargiulo. Looks towards the far touchline. Back to Gargiulo. Brings it across midfield and tries to send it ahead off the head of Butcher. But a foul on LaSalle. Emily Banaszewski was right there for the Explorers. And Keldart, a free kick right outside of the box. Keldart sends it away. Donovan trying to play it off the head. Rachel Eberly trying to fight for it. Eyolfsdottir at midfield, chips it ahead, wants Davidson. Out comes the goalkeeper, Aguadro, to send it back away. And towards the far touchline, it's kept alive by Giovanna Castorina. Gabby Pico getting it back, looking near far touchline. Here is Castorina. At midfield, off the foot of Banaszewski, picked up by Eyolfsdottir, tries to weave around. Caitlin Donovan fighting for it. Got a foul on the Explorers. Free kick for Eyolfsdottir. We'll immediately send this one for a goal kick. We'll see Michaela Aguadro. 16 matches played with 15 starts. One save shy of 70 on the season. Save percentage of about 76%. This one off of Serena Spitz. Here's Rachel Eberly at midfield, sending it far touchline. Serena Spitz is there, chips it ahead. No Patriots are home. It's picked up by Gargiulo. Here's Lauren Costello. Sends it back to Gargiulo. Looking towards midfield. Michi Hooks interrupting. Trying to escape. Here's Pierre Jerome, turning things back around to Serena Spitz. Or here's Eyolfsdottir, sending it over to Caitlin Butcher. Butcher across midfield. Caitlin Butcher at the near touchline. Butcher brings it back. Butcher trying to lead Schimberg, taken away. Done by Katie McCormick. Caitlin Donovan now will move the other way. Sends it near touchline. And escaping a good touch. Shea Collins trying to lead it up ahead off of Vidari. Zoe Vidari trying to fight for it. Both players go down, and they're going to get Vidari. Kelly McGroarty right there for LaSalle. Yeah, free kick for the Explorers. Emily Banaszewski will depart, and Shea Collins will take this free kick. 5 white jerseys off to the right, sends it towards the crowd, off a LaSalle head. Keldart hops in the air and snags it. Selamawit Keldart. Will send this one away as everyone heads towards midfield. Keldart lets it fly and does not miss it. Davidson trying to play it. Around Gargiulo, far touchline where it will roll out and go to LaSalle. Off the throw in, immediately taken away. Here's Zoe Vidari. Vidari sends it off of Serena Spitz, touched by Nejvietsky, trying to escape, had really nowhere to go. Kept alive by Caitlin Butcher. Butcher near touchline, stops and reverses, brings it back, sends one across, off an Explorer head, and right into the hands of Michaela Aguadro. Rolls it up ahead, and here comes LaSalle. Towards midfield, closing in is Pierre Jerome, leads it up to Caitlin Donovan, who hops around one. Pierre Jerome right there. Try to get it back the other way, wanting Sophie Davidson towards the far touchline. Gargiulo wins the race. Sends it out, but they are going to get... Official blew the whistle, now he's going to walk over. They're going to get a foul on Mason right here. So a free kick for Aguadro. Sends it over to Lauren Costello. Costello moving up, looks near touchline to Shea Collins. Collins off to Caitlin Donovan. Back over to Katie McCormick. McCormick looks to Gargiulo. Looks towards the far touchline and right past. Be a throw-in for Mason. A substitution entering. Mia Kashani is into the match for George Mason, in for Michi Hooks. Kashani's first appearance of the night. Here's Pierre Jerome towards the far touchline, escapes around both explorers and played off the head of Costello. Sends this one back into the box. Right there is Aguadro, who sends it over to Gargiulo with Ashley Schimberg closing in. There's Gabby Pico, sends it and up across midfield. Gonna weave around Eberly. There's McGroarty, here come the Explorers. Sends one up and right past Giovanna Castorina. Selamawit Kaldart is right there. Kaldart didn't miss the first time she sent it away, and does not miss here again. Right off the foot of Julian Drum. Bounces towards midfield, played off a couple of heads. There's Rachel Eberly. Wants it near touchline. Wanted Nijedźwiecki. Instead, it was Shea Collins who got in there. Milan Pierre Jerome trying to keep things alive. Pierre Jerome leads it up ahead. Here's Kashani. Looks near touchline to Nijedźwiecki. Got two Explorers right in her face, and Nijedźwiecki has nowhere to go with it. It will go the other way, throw in for LaSalle. And we'll go the other way. So right off the throw-in, bounce off the foot of Caitlin Donovan. A throw-in now for Caitlin Butcher. Wanted Ashley Schimberg. Donovan is there. Here's Katie McCormick now, sending it across. Gonna close in his Spitz as Spitz takes a hit. A play on, says the official. Here comes LaSalle with 3, leading the charge offensively. Eyolf's daughter there to take it away. Eyolf's daughter up across midfield, trying to escape around McGroarty as Serena Spitz is slow to get up. Towards the far touchline and cleared back over, played by Rachel Eberly. And now whistles are blowing. They will tend to the injured Patriot. They will keep Serena Spitz in the match. It'll be kick for LaSalle as Lauren Costello sends it over. We play on and sent towards the box, right in front, and now we got an immediate whistle. And immediately pointing the other direction. Got a foul on LaSalle. A kick for Kaldart. Kelly McGroarty was right in the way. Tried to escape. And now Selamawit Kaldart will send this one away. Off the head of Gabby Pico. Serena Spitz looking towards the far line. Here's Rachel Eberly trying to escape around McGroarty. Sends it far touchline. Milan Pierre Jerome trying to escape around Julian Drum. Pierre Jerome off the foot. Far touchline. Kept in. Sends it over. Wants Davidson. Davidson leads it up ahead and immediately shut down by Lauren Costello and sent out. Approach 26 minutes. As Josie Stockett enters in for Tessa Nijedźwiecki. And Kiara Carter also in for George Mason. And for Serena Spitz. Here's Mia Kashani. Sends it over to Pierre Jerome. Pierre Jerome sends one towards the net, takes a bounce, and right into the hands of Michaela Aguadro. Michaela Aguadro. This one off to Lauren Costello. Katie McCormick gives it back to Aguadro. And there's Aguadro again. We'll send this one off the head of Josie Stockett. Wanted to get that one to Shea Collins. And here is Collins near touchline. Going to move things up for the Explorers. Sends one across. Played off McGroarty. Kelly McGroarty trying to lead the charge with Eberly closing in. Going to escape around Eberly. Sends it over to Collins. Escaping around Josie Stockett. Sending one towards the net and right into the hands of Selamawid Kaldart off the foot of Shea Collins. And Kaldart will bounce the ball off the grass a couple of times and send this one away. Off of McGroarty. Played now by Emily Benashevsky. Benashevsky gives this one back. Here's Benashevsky again. Sends one across. Eyolfsdottir trying to get in the way. Serena Spitz will get rid of it and completely clear it towards the near touchline where it will roll out and go LaSalle's direction. Throw in taken by Shea Collins. Collins throw in off the foot of Caitlin Donovan. There's Zoe Vidari to Rachel Eberly. Eberly looks to Josie Stockett. Stockett trying to escape. Caitlin Butcher in for reinforcements, just gives it back to Vidari. Vidari will retreat and give it back to Kaldart. Kaldart takes it off the left foot. Kaldart sends it far touchline off the foot of Serena Spitz, gives it back to Eyolfsdottir. Back to Spitz. Spitz at the far touchline. This ball crosses midfield, play by Kashani. Mia Kashani keeps things alive. Here's Rachel Eberly. Will lead the charge for Mason. Eberly up across. Eberly with a pass that got blocked that time from Lauren Costello and cleared out. Spitz to Pierre Jerome. Mason will go right back where they were. The Explorers with other plans. Caitlin Butcher near touchline. Gives it back to Kaldart. Selamawid Kaldart sends it away off the head of Shea Collins. Zoe Vidari. And now we got a whistle as Ashley Schimberg went down. Foul on LaSalle. Free kick for the Patriots. Milan Pierre Jerome will take it. Four green jerseys off to the left of Pierre Jerome. Right towards the top of the box. Pierre Jerome towards the crowd. Bounces around. Davidson keeps it alive. Zoe Vidari towards the line, battling with Shea Collins. Towards the corner. It stays in for the moment. Now it rolls out and goes Mason's way. So substitutions for George Mason. So now Kiara Carter will come in. She did not come in the first time. Now she enters. And Shay Carroll is in for Sophie Davidson. So Carter in for Spitz and Carroll in for Davidson. Off the head of Mia Kashani. Kelly McGroarty trying to escape. And played off the foot of Caitlin Donovan towards the far touchline, trying to curl that one back. It is sent out, will go Mason's way. Throw-in goes right to Eyolfsdottir, sends it over to Zoe Vidari. Team leader in goals, Vidari has 3 on the year. Pierre Jerome is the team leader in assists. Gives it back to the team leader in goals. Pierre-Jerome trying to fight for it at midfield. There's Josie Stockett, back to Pierre-Jerome. Back to the right, Pierre-Jerome trying to lead it up ahead to Josie Stockett. Race for the ball out of the reach of Stockett. Sent towards the near touchline. Right there is Emily Benishevsky battling with Butcher. Back over to Vidari. Plays it off the left foot. Vidari near touchline. Fighting with Caitlin Donovan. And we give possession to Mason. A foul on LaSalle. Caitlin Donovan tried to escape around Vidari. Be a free kick for the Patriots. As we approach 20 minutes left in the first half, we have not seen a shot yet here tonight. Josie Stockett trying to fight for it, lost it to Shea Collins. Collins lets it fly off the foot of Rachel Eberle. And battling right back for it, Giovanna Castorina. Trying to look the other way, trying to get that one to Donovan. Bounces off of Eyolf-Starter. Picked up by Kiara Carter. Sends it back to Keldart. Keldart off the right foot. Will send this one once Butcher. Plays it off the head. As you get that one to Josie Stockett. Touched by Stockett towards the line and will go LaSalle's way. Throw in for Shea Collins. Collins throw in as Shea Carroll from behind tried to take it away from Katie McCormick. Back towards midfield. Sliding attempt unsuccessful. Rachel Eberle comes up with it. Escapes to the right. Eberle sends it near touchline. Race for it. Stockett versus Costello. Costello will let it roll all the way towards the corner. It'll roll out and go LaSalle's way. Throw in for Lauren Costello right at the corner. Off the throw in. Try to get it to McGroarty. Pierre-Jerome trying to move in. Pierre-Jerome to the right. Trying to find a lane to send one across. Sends one over and a nice snag by Michaela Aguadro. Hurls it away. And here come the Explorers. Gabby Pico sends it back. Here's Aguadro. Giving this one back. Gargiulo. Castorina now. Castorina back towards midfield. Here is Kelly McGroarty. Back to Katie McCormick. McCormick near touchline, Shea Collins. Back now to McCormick. Out of the box was Aguadro. We'll send it back towards the far touchline. Gets this one to Castorina. Try to lead it up ahead. It's out of the reach. Eyolf-Starter with a nice move around Banashevsky. It's off Shea Carroll. Rachel Eberle. Kiara Carter. Back to Carter. As to send it away off an Explorer head. Played by Mia Kashiani. Towards the far touchline where it rolls out. Jillian Drum will throw it in, but not before a couple of subs enter for LaSalle. Haley Gistry will enter the match, as will Rashaya Walker. And for Caitlin Donovan. Looking near touchline here, Shea Collins. Cannot keep it in. Was towing the line. It does roll completely out. Caitlin Butcher will throw this one in, standing right next to the jersey number that was spray painted for her. This is her last match on this field for her collegiate career. Was honored on senior night in their last home match. Here's Keldart. Sends this one once Butcher, plays it off the right foot. Butcher back to Zoe Vidari. Vidari wanting Shea Carroll. It's over Carroll's head, off the head of Costello. Josie Stockett battling at midfield. Lost it to Kelly McGroarty. Sent across once Jillian Drum towards the far touchline. Drum will get there. Goes right through the legs of Ashley Schimberg, and here comes LaSalle. Sends this one near touchline over to it. Now is Shea Collins. Collins trying to escape around Stockett. Collins sending one across right to Rachel Eberly. Gets that one around Rashia Walker. Popped in the air. It takes a bounce. Goes right back to Katie McCormick. Gargiulo. McGroarty leads it far touchline to Jillian Drum. Drum trying to look towards the far touchline. Wanted Gaucher. Now Mia Keshani sends it over to Eyolf's daughter. Gets rid of it towards midfield, but taken right back. Eberly trying to close in on McGroarty. Now we got whistles, the point Mason's way. Free kick for the Patriots with under 15 minutes left in the first half. One shot so far, and that one sent out. It'll stay with Mason. There's Eyolf's daughter. Ahead to Milan Pierre-Jerome. Pierre-Jerome will try to lead the charge. That one got touched, but kept alive by Pierre-Jerome. She kept it in. Pierre-Jerome towards the corner. Trying to get around Drum. Back towards the corner. Jillian Drum right there to win the race. Sends it out. Gonna say it's off Mason. A goal kick for LaSalle. We'll have a substitution in first for the Explorers. Liv Rochella will enter the match in for LaSalle. First appearance of the night. There's Lauren Costello. Gets that one over to Alyssa Gargiulo. Far touchline. Led there by Gaucher. Josie Stockett. But they get it right by McGroarty. Rachel Eberly trying to escape. McGroarty was not able to. Trying to get it back to McGroarty. And Rachel Eberly right there again. Leads it up ahead. Ashley Schimberg towards the far touchline. Able to keep it in towards the corner. Sends one across. Nobody's home. Sent back out by Lauren Costello for a Mason throw-in. Off the throw-in, it goes to Schimberg. Bounces off of Schimberg and bounces out. Throw-in for LaSalle. Throw-in goes right to Gargiulo. Sends it away. Rashia Walker escaping around Eberly. Has to spin it back. And we got a foul on Mason. The official will back Sophie Davidson up. Free kick for LaSalle. 12.5 minutes left in the first half. Gargiulo's kick just sends it over to Lauren Costello. Costello looks back to Gargiulo. Towards the far touchline, brings it across midfield. Gargiulo sending one. Trying to battle for it. Eyolf's daughter towards the line. They're going to get LaSalle offside. Kick for George Mason. The ball crossed the line, so it's a goal kick for Keldart. Sends it away. And played right back to where it was. Escaping around is Gaucher. Looking far touchline. Sending one towards Keldart, who was there. Salamawit Keldart will send this one away. Goes right by Emily Banaszewski. Off the head of Eberly. McGroarty over to Banaszewski. Spins it back. Leads it up ahead. Back to Banaszewski. Trying to get around Pierre-Jerome. Banaszewski sending one across. Rashia Walker trying to get around Eyolfsdottir. Now Walker goes down towards the line. We play on, says the official. Eyolfsdottir leads it up ahead. Carroll, a nice touch. Up to Ashley Schimberg. Schimberg trying to lead the charge and escape. There's to get it across, and it is cleared away. Towards the far touchline, it does stay in. Eyolfsdottir gets around Rashaya Walker. Towards the line, now it rolls out. Gishray made up for it. Pierre Jerome. Over to Carter, try to lead it up ahead. Banaszewski there to take it away. Leads it over to Kelly McGroarty as we approach 10 minutes left in the first half. McGroarty. Banaszewski sends it back. Jillian Drum leads it over. And here is Lauren Costello at midfield. Costello looking near touchline to Shea Collins. Collins with Josie Stockett right there. Finds a way around Stockett. Now Shea Carroll closing in. Try to get that one across to Liv Richella. Caitlin Butcher was right there as Josie Stockett near touchline up across midfield. Keeps the line. Try to get that one to Mia Kashani off the foot of Lauren Costello, and a throw in for Mason. Caitlin Butcher will throw it in. 9.5 minutes left in the first half. Butcher's throw in right to Shea Carroll. Carroll tried to get it to Stockett. Bounces off of Gabby Pico. Throw in once again for Caitlin Butcher. Gets this one to Pierre Jerome. Butcher gets it back. Moves to the left. Eberly Vidari. To midfield to Eyolfsdottir. Eyolfsdottir trying to get that one across. Taken away. Jillian Drum. Gishray trying to fight for it. Eyolfsdottir just sends it right back. Schimberg is there. Schimberg escapes around one. Actually, Schimberg trying to move in. Got shut down. Jillian Drum trying to get rid of it. Looking near touchline, and here comes LaSalle up across midfield. As that one sent over from Kelly McGroarty off of Kashani. Zoe Vidari is right there, closing in and taken away. Rashaya Walker sends one across. McGroarty wanted a shot. As Kashani goes down, and Kira Carter sends it away. Now Pierre Jerome is right there. Pierre Jerome trying to escape around Pico. Caitlin Butcher to Vidari. Vidari back to Butcher. Butcher trying to weave. Near touchline rolls out. And they're going to say it's LaSalle's throw in. We'll have a sub in for both sides. Leah Giles is in for LaSalle. Dot Tiedeson is in for George Mason. Tiedeson's first appearance of the night. 7:35 left in the first half. No score, both sides have one shot. Throw in, bounces right through the legs of Rashaya Walker. Butcher now. Spins it back, wanted to get that one back to Josie Stockett. It is sent out off Walker. Throw in for Mason, but we'll see a sub enter first. There's Brooke Volpe entering for the first time tonight, in for Josie Stockett. So 20 in for 21. And a throw in for number 7, Caitlin Butcher. Butcher's throw in. Tries to get that one to Dot Tiedeson, battling for it. Pico was there, popped back off the foot of Lauren Costello. Off the head of Pierre Jerome, back towards midfield as it pinballs off a couple of heads. Rachel Eberly takes that one off the forehead. Near touchline, Brooke Volpe gives it back to Caitlin Butcher. Butcher will send it once. Tiedeson, it's over the head of Tiedeson. Pico is right there, trying to lead it across. Spinning things back around. As Haley Gishray looking for touchline. Going to keep things alive as Leah Giles rolls out off Mason, throw in for LaSalle. So another sub in for the Explorers as they had one waiting at the table. Sonny Dielmo is into the match for the first time tonight. Thrown goes right to Walker, is sent back. Gargiulo sends it over to Lauren Costello. 5.5 minutes left in the first half. Mia Kashani trying to get it out, was unsuccessful. Here's Shea Collins. Collins with Butcher, trying to escape around Butcher. Now it's sent out. Or Brooke Volpe. Throw in for Mason, taken by Caitlin Butcher. Caitlin Butcher will throw it in. Gets it to Tietzen. Shea Carroll off the foot. And Tietzen trying to close in on Gargiulo. Sent over. And getting rid of it is Aguadro. With Ashley Schimberg closing in. There's Shea Carroll trying to move in. Carroll with some speed. Carroll, a shot, takes a block. Bounces right back out. Off the head. And sent over from Emily Benashevsky. And the Explorers right back where they were. At the far touchline. Towards the corner, looking for a lane. Pierre Jerome there to shut it down. It'll be a goal kick. Selamawit Kaldart will send this one away as we approach 4 minutes to go. Still 4:10 left in the first half. Towards midfield. There's Dielmo. Rachel Eberly. Eberly lets it fly. Takes 3 bounces and finds its way into the hands of Michaela Aguadro. Rolls it up to Costello. Pico sent it over to Gargiulo. Gargiulo curls it back across. And McGroarty looking for something, trying to lead it ahead. Milan Pierre Jerome there to shut it down. Shea Carroll and sent back out. Carroll missed it, popped in the air off the head of Eyolf's daughter. Kashani back to Carroll, sends it ahead, wants Schimberg. Gargiulo there to shut it down. Giles right back to Gargiulo, brings it across midfield at the far touchline. Escaping around one, trying to escape around Eberly, slides to try to get it by Eberly. Rachel Eberly with a strong defensive stand. Will move the other way for Mason, trying to get it up to Schimberg. Schimberg back to Eberly. Now Eberly goes down and they will give possession to Mason. Jaya Walker with Rachel Eberly. A free kick for the Patriots taken by Milan Pierre Jerome. 2.5 minutes left in the first half. 2 shots for Mason, 1 on goal. LaSalle has 1 shot, which is on goal. Both goalkeepers with a save here tonight. This free kick towards the crowd, bounces off the head of Gabby Pico. Still bouncing around. Costello let it roll to Gargiulo. Sends it towards the far touchline, kept in play. Sends it back towards the middle, back towards the far touchline. The foot of Emily Benashevsky and back the other way. Throw in for Mason. Milan Pierre Jerome will throw it in. Final 2 minutes of the first half. Taken back away. Wants Rashaya Walker. Got a foul on Mason. He's immediately getting set up. Wanting that one to go up to McGroarty. McGroarty runs into Kashani. McGroarty leads it out of the reach. Should be a goal kick for Kaldart. Selamawit Kaldart will send this one away with 1:13 left in the first half. Kaldart lets it fly. On a line, off of McGroarty. And now by Liv Vircella. Leading the charge as we enter minute number 45. Urchella trying to weave around Pierre Jerome towards the line. The goal kick for Caldart is off of LaSalle. Caldart a goal kick with 45 seconds left in our first 45-minute half. Caldart with one save in this first half so far. One total shot taken by LaSalle, which was a shot on goal, as this one's squibbed up to Caitlin Butcher. Brooke Volpe trying to get in. Ayolf's daughter takes it off the right ankle. Kishani, a weave around Pico, gives it up to Pierre Jerome with 15. Trying to get that one up to Schimberg. And immediately sent back down, a race for it. Zoe Vidari wins the race by McGroarty towards the line. It is kept in. Pierre Jerome will send it out right as the first half comes to a close. Defense strong in the first 45 minutes, both sides with one shot on goal. 2 shots total for Mason, 1 for LaSalle. We'll come back with a quick recap of the first half right after this on ESPN. As standing at midfield is Abby Najnovic. We'll kick this one off to get the second half started. Thursday night. Final 45 minutes are underway. Brian McSweeney alongside you. This one off the head of Abby Najnovic. Rachel Eberly trying to chip it away. Shay Carroll trying to get, or Sophie Davidson trying to get in there. Near touchline is Kelly McGroarty. Right to Serena Spitz. Here's Rachel Eberly again. Eberly moving to the right. At midfield, Eberly sends it far touchline. Amici Hooks trying to escape. Hooks sends it over. Mia Kashani trying to move in. Kashani trying to find a lane towards the line, sent out for a goal kick. Lauren Costello getting in there defensively. Forcing the goal kick for Michaela Aguadro. Now the Explorers will move the other way, looking for our touchline. Curls it back towards midfield, off of Najnovic. Mia Kashani lets it roll. There's Rachel Eberly. After Michi Hooks gave it to Eberly. Eberly escaping. Eberly trying to find room. Eberly runs into Costello. Najnovic retreating. Will get there. Chips it right around. Now Serena Spitz will send it deep. And right there is Aguadro, who has it. And Aguadro will send this one away towards midfield. Takes the bounce. Walker off the head. Jushre trying to escape. Serena Spitz there to take it away. Michi Hooks at midfield. Now Hooks goes down. Najnovic there at midfield. Spins it back. Leads it over to Serena Spitz. Taken back away. Not a lot on the pass. Jillian Drum leads it over. Trying to escape that time was Castorina. Here's Eberly looking to Spitz. Ayolf's daughter. Going to send this one to Schimberg. It bounces out off of Schimberg. And we'll go LaSalle's direction. Jillian Drum will throw it in. With long sleeves and gloves. There's Walker battling with Spitz. Walker trying to escape around Ayolf's daughter. Walker towards the line, sends one across, off ahead, and they score! And in the early stages of the second half, LaSalle has found a way in front. Walker sent it across. It goes right by Caldart, and the LaSalle Explorers have struck first very early in the second half. Haley Jushre gets the goal, and the LaSalle Explorers have a 1-0 lead. Rashia Walker gets the assist on the cross. Goal scorer right there. Number 5 for the Explorers puts LaSalle up 1-0 early in the second half. Rachel Eberly leads it over to Caitlin Butcher. Butcher Wants Najnovic. Butcher now with it again. Butcher trying to spin it back. Now far touchline. Pierre Jerome fighting for it. Able to keep it in. Rachel Eberle. Eberle leads Butcher. Caitlin Butcher sends it over to Abby Najnovic. Sends it across to Serena Spitz. Spitz looking near touchline. Sophie Davidson as both players go down, and they'll call Davidson for the foul. A free kick for the Explorers. Alyssa Gargiulo will take the free kick for LaSalle. Gargiulo sends it away. Walker trying to get around Vidari. Walker trying to lead. Gaucher ahead. And Caldart is right there. Well, hang on to this one. Selamawit Caldart sends it away off Najnovic. Eberle lets it go to Eyolfsdottir. Eyolfsdottir looking far, touchline, and a race for it here. Trying to escape, trying to lead it over. Bounces off of Mia Kashani. Will be a goal kick for LaSalle. Aguadro leads it over to Alyssa Gargiulo. Eberle. Najnovic spinning around. Najnovic trying to lead Schimberg, taken away by Jillian Drum. Looking near touchline. Giovanna Castorina will lead the charge. Leads it up. Trying to escape Eyolfsdottir right there after Emily Banaszewski. Try to get around Eyolfsdottir. Spitz back to Eyolfsdottir. Leads it up to Najnovic. Looking near touchline to Ashley Schimberg. Way to get rid of it immediately. Sophie Davidson right there now. Davidson spins it back around. Leaves it over to Najnovic. Taken back away, Rashaya Walker. Walker looking back to Castorina. Castorina sending one across off Vidari. Castorina trying to get it back, takes it off the knee. Schimberg is right there. Ashley Schimberg leads it up ahead. It's off of Sophie Davidson near touchline. Sophie Davidson right there, weaving around Gargiulo. Davidson trying to lead it up ahead. That one unsuccessful. Davidson gets it back. Sophie Davidson trying to escape, got shut down. That time by Jillian Drum. Near touchline, it rolls out. We'll stay with Mason for a throw-in. Serena Spitz will throw this one in. It's off the throw-in. Now Schimberg goes down. They will get Castorina on a foul. A free kick for the Patriots, Serena Spitz. And now Mia Kashani will take the free kick as Spitz retreats. And a crowd in the double digits forming at the top of the box, slightly off to Kashani's right. Kashani towards the crowd. Bounces around, right out of the box. Hooks looking for a shot. Was not able to get one off. It's taken away that time by Jushrey, trying to get around Eberle. Rachel Eberle trying to prevail defensively. Jushrey battling with Eberle. And Rachel Eberle is the one that wins it. It's going to stay with Mason as it bounces out off the Explorers. Caitlin Butcher will throw this one in for George Mason. Keeps it, or did not keep it in. Tried to get it to Michi Hooks. Looking towards the near touchline. And the Explorers trying to find something. Castorina trying to move towards the line. Castorina tried to send it across. Unsuccessful that time. And it will give possession to Mason as the official blowing the whistle. Castorina trying to plead her case to the official. And now the official's got the card in his hand, and now the card has been issued. He was reaching for it. Giovanni Cascarina. Has issued the yellow card. So the Mawid Caldart take the free kick for the Patriots. .37-34 left in the match. LaSalle leading by a goal. To the goal from Jashre, putting the Explorers in front. This one sent away off the head of Jashre. Now McGroarty the other way will lead the charge for LaSalle. McGroarty trying to escape. Runs into a Patriot. That was Ayoff's daughter that McGroarty ran into. Schimberg near touchline. Gonna weave around. Curls it back. Gargiulo from McGroarty and right back to Costello. Sends it back to the goalkeeper, Aguadro. Aguadro looking over to Lessa Gargiulo. Gargiulo sends it away off of Walker. Rashaya Walker right through the legs of Najnovic. Walker sending one back across off of Michi Hooks. Kashani is there. Kashani wants Hooks. Far touchline, got beat out to it. For the moment, Hooks trying to make up for it. Right there was Shea Collins. And Giovanni Castorina sending that one to Jashre, leads it off the foot. Najnovic trying to get it back and is able to. Najnovic trying to lead it up ahead. And now comes the goalkeeper. Sending that one away is Aguadro towards the far touchline where it rolls out and will go Mason's way. Caitlin Butcher will throw it in right towards midfield, 9 minutes into the second half. Battling with it at the far touchline. Curled back, it's off Eberly. Butcher back to Eberly. Keep things alive. One back towards the far touchline and just sent out by Lauren Costello. Throw in for Mason, Caitlin Butcher once again. Butcher's throw in. Goes to Sophie Davidson. Had it for a moment and immediately taken away. Sends it back across. Castorina will lead the charge. Trying to weave around Schimberg. Now is Najnovic. Off of Butcher. Gets it around Walker. Here's Mia Kashani at midfield. Kashani trying to lead Schimberg up ahead. Ashley Schimberg with a lane. Schimberg lets one fly. She scores! Ashley Schimberg ties it at 1. Right over the hands of Michaela Aguadro. And George Mason is in business. We're tied. Right into the corner, Ashley Schimberg ties it at 1. The goal right at the 60-minute mark. 1-1. And now LaSalle will look to try to answer back. That one bouncing back around the Explorers looking for something. Michi Hooks battling at the far touchline. It rolls out and will go Mason's direction. It bounced off of Gabby Pico. First goal of the year for Ashley Schimberg. Mia Kashani getting the assist. That one bounces out of the far touchline and will stay with Mason for another throw-in by Caitlin Butcher. Milan Pierre-Jerome entering after the goal as a sub. In for Abinajnovic. So now the Explorers look to move the other way, leading that one up ahead. Back forward is Serena Spitz. We'll give it back to Kaldart. Selamawi Kaldart on a line right off the head of Benashevsky. Right over the head of McGroarty. Pierre-Jerome looking near touchline to Serena Spitz. Spitz curls it. Davidson trying to fight back for it. Sophie Davidson is there. Davidson trying to lead it up ahead. Hook's looking for a lane. Cannot get a good shot off, and right there to pick it up was Michaela Aguadro, who sends it away off the head of Kashani. Keeping things alive was Katie McCormick that time. Near touchline here is Emily Benashevsky. Curls it off the head of Eyolf's daughter, but LaSalle gets possession right back, trying to weave through. Eberly spins it back. McGroarty trying to look for a shot. Walker right in front, bounces around and goes just wide. It will be a corner for LaSalle. And we'll take another look. Walker right in front. Bounces off of a Patriot. Corner kick for LaSalle. Benashevsky's corner bounces right back out. Now the Explorers looking to do it again. Benashevsky sends it across, bounces around to Kaldart, shuts it down. Rashaya Walker right in front, off the head of Kaldart with the stop. And Selamawid Kaldart sends it away. Kashani off the head. Michi Hooks is right there. Hooks leads it up once. Sophie Davidson racing with Lauren Costello. Costello gets there first. Leads it over to Aguadro. Sends this one over now to Gargiulo. Near touchline, there's Benashevsky. Benashevsky's pass. Wanting Courtney, but Leon Kaldart shanked it. Sent out of the near touchline, a throw in for LaSalle. Benashevsky will throw it in. Or no, she will not. It'll be Jillian Drum throwing it in. Drum's throwing once. Walker bounces towards the line. It's going to bounce off of Serena Spitz and be corner number 2 for LaSalle. Benashevsky once again immediately gets it set up, gives it off to Jillian Drum. Drum back to Benashevsky. Benashevsky trying to escape. Schimberg defending as it's going to stop right before the line. Benashevsky trying to send one across. Kaldart is right there. Didn't have the angle. It Benashevsky. Kaldart sends it away. Rachel Eberly off the foot. Battling back is Rachel Eberly trying to lead the charge. Eberly with a lane. Eberly leading, trying to send it over to Schimberg. It was taken away. Benashevsky moving the other way for LaSalle. Leads this one up ahead to Butleon. Courtney Butleon sends it across. Looking to move in, but Leon trying to get it back. Caitlin Butcher in there to take it away. Deshrey was also right there for the Explorers. There's Sophie Davidson now at midfield. Kashani sends it far, touchline. No Patriot in sight. Gargiulo will let Aguadro take it and scoop it up. Aguadro rolls it to Gargiulo. Jillian Drum near touchline. Trying to weave around Schimberg. Ashley Schimberg pokes it right back out. Jillian Drum will throw it in. McGroarty sending that one over to Benashevsky. Back to McGroarty. McGroarty near touchline. Curls it back to keep it in. Walker racing on Kaldart. Kaldart will just scoop this one up. Salamawit Caldart will send this one away. Towards the near touchline, it will roll out there. Throw in for LaSalle. Jillian Drum once again. Drum's throw in at the near touchline. When McGroarty tried to escape, Eberle had it back for a moment. It's taken right back away by Banaszewski. Costello will send this one away. Eyjolfsdottir has to find it towards the Caldart. Will scoop it up with Butleone closing in. Caldart puts it on the ground and sends it away. Eyjolfsdottir off the left foot. Serena Spitz trying to get around Walker Eberle. Towards midfield, taken back. Gonna weave around to Shea Collins. Collins battling. Shea Collins with a lane. Collins looking across. Treshray with Butcher. Gonna get around Stuckett, or get around Michi Hooks. And we got a foul on LaSalle. Under 28 minutes left in the first half. 1-1 your score. The Explorers had one shot in the first half. They have taken 3 already here in the second. Salamawit Caldart will have a free kick. Lets it fly. Bounces towards midfield. Eyjolfsdottir off the head. But Leone now to Walker. Kashani right there. Trying to look far, touchline, bounces around. Michi Hooks trying to find a lane, trying to get around Collins. Cross attempt, bounces off a couple of Explorers. Rachel Eberle is right back in there. Eberle trying to send one on goal. Bounces around, it's still loose. And rolls out. Aguadro. He goes right through the hands. It will be a George Mason corner. But not before. 2 subs enter for George Mason. Tessa Niedzwiecki and Shea Carroll are the subs in for George Mason. First corner of the night for the Patriots. Milan Pierre-Jerome just gives it off to Mia Kashani. Sends it over to Schimberg. Schimberg back to Pierre-Jerome. Pierre-Jerome towards the crowd. We got whistles. Mason is offside. So they'll bring it back. Will be a free kick for LaSalle. Kayla Aguadro from Cherry Hill, New Jersey. Sophomore goalkeeper lets it fly. Off of Pierre-Jerome. Schimberg tried to get it back to Pierre-Jerome. Schimberg, now it rolls out and will go Mason's direction. Throw in for Serena Spitz. Spitz's throw in to Shea Carroll, but Leone was in there to chip it back out. There's Rashaya Walker, back to Butleone. Trying to send it across, give it right back. Eberle wanting Carroll out of the reach of Carroll. Caitlin Butcher far touchline. Sends one back towards the crowd. Pierre-Jerome trying to play it, did not have the angle. And cleared back out. Vidari going to keep things alive. Zoe Vidari battling with Walker. And now Walker goes down, and they're going to get Zoe Vidari on the foul. And the official reaching into his pocket issues the yellow card. Zoe Vidari trying to get it away from Rashaya Walker. Here's another look. And you see the official right away reaching for the yellow card right after Vidari knocked down Walker. Free kick for LaSalle and towards the far touchline. As we approach 20 minutes into the second half. Minute number 65. Free kick takes a bounce, but Leone Trying to look across off the head of Serena Spitz. Popped in the air. Schimberg trying to get there. Belleon gives it towards the near touchline. Banaszewski towards the line, able to keep it in. Banaszewski trying to send one towards Caldart, who is right there. And Selamawit Caldart sends everyone back and will send this one away. Off the head of McGroarty and off of Vidari. Pinballs right back to Costello. Costello then off the foot. Mia Kashani comes up with it. Kashani chips it ahead. Wants Milan Pierre-Jerome, but will not get there in time. Trying to chip it back. Schimberg trying to get in there to interrupt it. Banaszewski prevailing. Belleon sending it to Jillian Drum. Back to Banaszewski. Schimberg right there. Walker trying to get it back to Banaszewski. Spitz trying to get in there as both players go down, and Rachel Eberle comes up with it. Eberle to Schimberg. Schimberg trying to spin it back. Spitz trying to get this one back. Rashaya Walker there to take it away. AF starter couldn't get there. Walker now goes down. And they are going to get. They will. Now we got whistles as Walker is down. Selamawit Caldart's holding the ball. We'll take another look. So trying to escape, then right there goes down. And then see it again. Eyolfsdottir defensively. They will play on. Caldart sends it away. Towards the far touchline will go LaSalle's direction. And we'll let the substitutions in for LaSalle. Giovanna Castorina is back into the match. As well as Liv Vercello is into the match once again. And for Belleon, it's Mia Kashani sending it over to Serena Spitz. Spitz leading it up to Shea Carroll, touches it right to Schimberg. Schimberg trying to get it back to Carroll. Schimberg has to retreat, is able to get it to Carroll on the second attempt. Right around Katie McCormick. Eberle trying to move in. Rachel Eberle off to the right. Eberle looking for a lane, trying to get a shot. It got blocked. Costello was right in there. Pierre-Jerome towards the far touchline. Towards the line, trying to send one across. It took a block. It will be a Mason corner. Ashley Schimberg will take the jog over towards the far corner. Six green jerseys in the box with Mia Kashani standing at the top. Schimberg's corner towards the crowd, bounces off the head of Costello. Kashani trying to take a shot, took a block. Kashani again trying to send one, and right there is Aguadro. Michaela Aguadro sends it away. Butcher played it off the foot, right off the kick, near touchline. Right there is Liv Vercello. Right across the A10 logo, sends it back towards the box. Vidari off the head, shuts down that chance. Banaszewski trying to keep it alive, gave it right back to Rachel Eberle. Eberle will try to lead the charge. Once Ashley Schimberg. Schimberg with Carroll. Schimberg towards the corner, trying to send one across. That got blocked. And cleared out of danger for the moment. Rachel Eberle there trying to keep it alive. Back towards midfield, out of the reach of McGroarty, and right to Caitlin Butcher. Butcher trying to lead the charge, sending it far touchline. Niedźwiecki trying to lead it up. Pierre-Jerome might have a chance. Pierre-Jerome sends one across. Wants Carroll or Schimberg. Neither of them come up with it. It bounces off Kashani. Kashani right back. Out of the reach of Pierre-Jerome. This will be a LaSalle goal kick. Goal kick for Michaela Aguadro. Sends it away on a line. Bouncing off of Niedźwiecki will stay with LaSalle. They throw in. Pierre Jerome fighting for it. And now the official blowing the whistle. Foul on LaSalle. Under 20 minutes left. Free kick for Milan Pierre Jerome. Right in the center of the 0, the A10 logo towards the far touchline. 5 green jerseys at the top of the box. Pierre Jerome towards the crowd. Out comes the goalkeeper. It bounces around. Kashani moving in, trying to take a chance. It missed wide. Goal kick for Aguadro. Caitlin Donovan is back in for the Explorers. And for Kelly McGroarty. That one sent away off of Schimberg. Shea Carroll is there. Carroll looking over to Pierre Jerome. Pierre Jerome. That one bouncing off ahead, kept alive. Butcher. Niedźwiecki back to Pierre Jerome. Pierre Jerome trying to send one and sent it wide. Got a ton on it. Be a goal kick for the Explorers. Quickly getting away was Aguadro. Getting near touchline. Kept in. It's Jillian Drum. Sending it back to the goalkeeper, Aguadro. Currently in the 66th minute, Dayton and Fordham are tied at 2. Keeping an eye on the Fordham Rams, who currently sit in 8th in the conference. A LaSalle win would put them over Fordham. There's Pierre Jerome at midfield. Sending it far touchline. Now Mason looking for a chance. Escapes around 1, has 3 green jerseys heading towards the box. One Schimberg doesn't get her. Towards the far touchline, Rashaya Walker is there. Walker trying to escape. Gets rid of it, sends it ahead. Butcher will let it roll out. A throw-in for Mason. 17.5 minutes to go, tied at 1. The far touchline will give possession to LaSalle. Got a foul on the Patriots. So a free kick for the Explorers. It'll be Lauren Costello sending this one away over the head of Benashevsky. Eberle trying to fight for it. Trying to get around Benashevsky. Leads it far, touchline. Niedźwiecki able to keep it in. Gonna weave it back. Out of the reach of Shea Carroll, and right there is Gargiulo, who will send this one towards the far touchline and kept in. Pierre Jerome able to get it back. Pierre Jerome trying to send one across. One Schimberg, and right in the way is Michaela Aguadro to shut it down. Aguadro hurls this one towards the near touchline to Liv Vricella. Vricella will lead the charge for LaSalle up across midfield. Caitlin Donovan now trying to get around Eberle. Katie McCormick moving left, sending one all the way across, bouncing off a Patriot head towards the near touchline. It's off of Serena Spitz. See 2 subs in for LaSalle. We approach 16 minutes left in this one. See Leah Giles back into the match for LaSalle. In for Katie McCormick. And Haley Cachet is back into the match. Towards the corner. Eyolf's daughter. And now we got whistles. They are going to put a sub in first. Kelly McGroarty is back in. in for Emily Benashevsky. Throw in for the Explorers. Stepping into it is McGroarty. Wants Walker towards the line. Walker trying to send one across. Ayolf's daughter back towards the line, and Caldart is right there. So the Mountwood Caldart came up with it, and now we'll send it away. It goes right by Vercella, looking near touchline. Kashani wanted Schimberg. Vercella comes back up with it, sends one off of Vidari. Vidari will let it roll, and Caldart will come up with it. So we are into minute number 76, 1-1 tie off of McGroarty. Far touchline Butcher versus Gushry, and it rolls out. Far touchline throw-in for LaSalle. Here's Jillian Drum. At midfield, trying to get around Carroll, could not. Pierre Jerome with Kashani and Schimberg. Once Ashley Schimberg bounces off of the head of Gargiulo. Looking near touchline, right there is Liv Vercella. Gonna lead it up to Walker, rolls by Walker. Ayolf's daughter will let it roll towards the line. Walker trying to keep it in. Goal kick for Mason. Richmond and Davidson in the 81st minute. That one also tied 1-1. Fordham and Dayton towards the late stages. Now 71st minute tied 2-2 as Walker tries to escape around Ayolf's daughter. Vercella keeps it alive. Vercella going to move around Spitz. Caitlin Donovan trying to get around Pierre Jerome. Now Donovan goes down. They're going to get Pierre Jerome on a foul. And a free kick for LaSalle as we'll see the wall form. Official blowing the whistle. Gonna measure this one out. And he's gonna back everybody up a couple of steps. Crowd forming off to the right. 4 Explorers and Gushry standing right next to the wall of Patriots. Free kick for the Explorers is right outside of the box. McGroarty runs right by it, taking a shot attempt that does not get through. That time from Leah Giles. Now sending it back in front, bounces around and misses just wide. Walker was right there, hopped over Ayolf's daughter, but could not get hopped over Caldart, but could not get a shot. And a goal kick for Selamawid Caldart. Caldart will send it away. Off of Caitlin Donovan, Vidari now pops it up. Pierre Jerome is there. Here's Serena Spitz now. Spitz curls it over Shea Carroll. Also rolls right by Gargiulo. And now Mia Kashani trying to look for a lane. And right in there defensively was Lauren Costello. A throw in for the Patriots. Serena Spitz. With 11 minutes to go, 79 minutes down. 1-1, we are tied. Here's Schimberg in the corner trying to send it across. It took a block. This will be a Mason corner. Corner number 3 of this half for George Mason and of the night. Milan Pierre Jerome will take the corner. Patriots with 7 total shots, 3 of them on goal. Caldart with 3 saves, 2 of them here in the second half. 4 shots for the Explorers, all 4 of them on goal. Aguadro has 2 saves on the night. Pierre Jerome. We approach 10 minutes left here in the match. We'll send this one towards the crowd, right towards the goal, and it bounces off the hands of Aguadro. We had a foul on Mason in the mix as well. Pierre Jerome almost put that one in. Goal kick for Aguadro off the head of Schimberg. Eberle battling with McGroarty. McGroarty wins possession near touchline. Letting this one roll out is Serena Spitz, and she'll throw this one in. Spitz throw in. Wants either Schimberg or Pierre Jerome. Wanted Schimberg, and Schimberg taken down by McGroarty. And now they are going to give the yellow card out against Kelly McGroarty. Tried to escape around Ashley Schimberg. A free kick for Mason, 9:16 left. Take another look. See the throw in for Serena Spitz. Got it right to Schimberg, and then right there drew the yellow card. There's been extra play from McGroarty as Eyolfsdottir's free kick off of McGroarty. And now LaSalle trying to look for something. Caitlin Butcher in the way. Will try to lead it for Mason. Wanting Sophie Davidson. Leading, sends it across. Nobody home. Schimberg has to retreat and cannot get there in time. McGroarty trying to get around Eberle. Is able to. Leads it up ahead. Out of the reach of Gaucher. Caitlin Butcher will let it roll out and throw this one in with 8.5 minutes to go. Butcher's throw in. Will get rid of it. Off an explorer. Eberle trying to get rid of it. Could not. Walker fighting for it. Kept alive. Sending it across. Looking for a shot. Trying to get one off balance. Caldart is there. Will scoop it up. Gaucher did not get enough on it. There's Milan Pierre Jerome at midfield trying to get around Jillian Drum. They foul on LaSalle. Free kick for the Patriots. Zoe Vidari will let Kelburn Eyolfsdottir take it. 7:35 to go. We are tied at 1 as Eyolfsdottir sends this one away over Shea Carroll. Trying to clear it. Serena Spitz right back in there, trying to move back in. Kashani as Spitz goes down. Kashani taking a shot, and right in the way of it is Michaela Aguadro. Aguadro lets it fly. Right towards Walker, bounces off Serena Spitz. Gaucher sends this one over. Castorina, far touchline. Gonna move around Eberle. Castorina letting a shot fly. No one misses wide. Goal kick for Caldart. Not before sub comes in for LaSalle. It is Shea Collins, as well as Emily Benashevsky, who's back into the match for the Explorers. In for Jillian Drum. 6.5 minutes to go. Caldart's goal kick. Sent away. Off the head of Eberle. Pierre Jerome. Got it for a moment. Caitlin Donovan back with Eberle as Eberle goes down. They can get Caitlin Donovan. Free kick for Mason. Pierre Jerome immediately gets rid of it. Wants Shea Carroll, who then lost it. Kashani Good touch right to Milan Pierre-Jerome. Pierre-Jerome looking for a lane, lets it fly, just too high. Pierre-Jerome didn't miss that one by much. 5:45 to go. Goal kick is just an immediate pass to Gargiulo. Bounces off the head of McGroarty. Eberle off the right foot. McGroarty trying to take it away. McGroarty goes down as Eberle comes up with it. Eberle to Kashani. Kashani trying to move in. Sends this one over. Looking for a touchline. Looking to send one across. One Shea Carroll. Missed it off of the head. Milan Pierre-Jerome trying to take a shot. That one took a block. Bounces towards the corner. Stays in. Serena Spitz is there. Trying to get around Walker. Spitz with Walker. Now Spitz goes down and they're going to get Walker. And a yellow card has been issued. You see Rashaya Walker talking with the official. That is who is given the yellow card, is Serena Spitz going down. A free kick for George Mason. 5:07 to go. Pierre-Jerome with Shea Carroll. So they're going to talk this one over before the free kick. The official's going to walk this one out while they're having the conversation. And we'll wait for the go ahead as official continues to get everybody set up. Carroll runs right by it. Pierre-Jerome trying to take a shot, bounces off the wall. Eberle now trying to take a chance, and that one's up high. Aguadro will send it away. Kashani off the head. We had a foul on the play on Kashani, so they'll bring it back. Official immediately pointed LaSalle's way right after it bounced off the head of Kashani. Free kick for LaSalle. Minute number 86, tied 1-1. Free kick on its way, did not miss it, off of the head of Eyolf's daughter. Walker is there battling with Kashani, trying to keep things alive. Going down, we play on, says the official. Ashley Schimber comes up with it. Leading the charge with Milan Pierre-Jerome. Shea Carroll as well in the mix. Pierre-Jerome trying to weave around. Pierre-Jerome escapes around one. Towards the corner. Will set one up for a cross. Schimberg off the head and a stop from Aguadro. Michaela Aguadro keeps it tied. Serena Spitz pops it up. Gonna send it back. McGroarty trying to get around Eyolf's daughter. Caldart sends it away. And now they're gonna get a shove from McGroarty on Eyolf's daughter. The official, he's got a card in his hand. He reached for one. And there it is. They're going to get McGroarty. And there's the red. And the end of the night for Kelly McGroarty. So with 3.5 minutes, the LaSalle Explorers have just lost their leading scorer. A free kick for George Mason will follow. 3:30 to go. Kelly McGroarty is done for the night. Calburn Eyolf's daughter will send it away. It is over the head of Kashani. Near touchline, trying to keep it in as Serena Spitzen does. Spitz will lead the charge, has Kashani. Spitz will take it herself. Spitz trying to lead it up ahead. Unsuccessful in that attempt. Serena Spitz keeps it alive, trying to get it to Pierre-Jerome towards the line. Had her offside. So Pierre-Jerome was offside even if she was able to come up with it. It's a free kick for LaSalle. Under 3 minutes to go. Aguadro gets rid of it. Trying to lead the way is Leah Giles. Eberly will send it right back. Now comes Aguadro. Doesn't need to get there because Gargiulo was right there instead. Immediate throw in right to Pierre Jerome. Far touchline with Giles. Sends one across. Schimberg off the head and up too high. And another goal kick for Michaela Aguadro. 2:20 to go. Goal kick sent away off of Walker. Spitz trying to escape. That one's going to bounce out off of Serena Spitz. A throw in for LaSalle. Gargiulo will throw it in. 2 minutes to go. That one rolls right by Costello. Eberly came up with it. Here's Shea Carroll near touchline who lost it to Walker. And now they're going to get Shea Carroll for a foul. A free kick for LaSalle. 1:45 to go. Gargiulo's free kick off the head of Donovan. Vidari pops it up. Goes right to Giles. Kashani pops it right over Giles. And tries to get rid of it. Giles able there to get it back. Pierre Jerome and got a foul on LaSalle. Or foul on Mason. Free kick for LaSalle. Under 90 seconds to go in our 90-minute contest. Free kick just inside midfield. Wants it towards the crowd. Ayoff starter bounces around. Caldart is right there. And Selamawit Caldart will send it away. Pierre Jerome right there at midfield. Pierre Jerome trying to lead it up to Schimberg as we enter minute number 90. Attempt right here, looking for a chance, trying to chip it towards the line. Ayoff's daughter just saved a goal. It'll be a corner for LaSalle with 41 seconds to go. As the rush to get ready, clock down now to 35 and still running. Corner kick for the Explorers is their third. 30 seconds to go. Far corner towards the crowd. Walker trying to get it off the head, was unable to, trying to keep it alive. Pops over, trying to clear it. Clock down to 15. The Explorers keep it in. Gargiulo sending one towards Caldart, who is there. Now pops around right towards the line. Walker, no goal. With the clock at 4 seconds, Walker runs into Caldart. That's it. This play right here. Rashia Walker runs into Caldart, gets called for the foul. Final 4 seconds run out, and that is it. George Mason and LaSalle